In this video, we're going to be covering the installation of the IBM Cloud Native Toolkit using the private catalog feature on IBM Cloud. Let's get started. Let's begin on the Install the Toolkit section under the private catalog page of the Cloud Native Toolkit website. Moving down, we're going to do Part A. Part A is creating the catalog. So go ahead and log into your IBM Cloud console. I've already done that. So once you're on your IBM Cloud console, come over to Manage, go down to the section that says Catalogs, click on Catalogs. And once this loads, there'll be a big blue button that says Create a Catalog, which is what we want to do. So go ahead and click Create a Catalog. We want to create a product catalog and give it the name CN Toolkit for Cloud Native Toolkit. You can fill in a description if you would like to. And then we also want to select no products to start. So go ahead and click Create. This will create that catalog on your account of IBM Cloud. Make sure you do create this catalog in the account with the same where the cluster resides that you're going to be installing the Cloud Native Toolkit on. Now you can see that there are 0 products, both private and public, inside of our catalog. So now we need to come back over to the Toolkit page, and we can go down to registering the Cloud Native Toolkit tiles, which is Part B. Step 1 requires us to download an offering shell script and actually run that offering shell script and to actually install the offerings into the catalog. So go ahead and open up a terminal. Copy these commands from the web page and paste them into your terminal. Go ahead and hit enter. That'll make sure that it go ahead and download the 2 different shell scripts that it needs. And now we can run step 2, which is actually running that shell script with the API key and the name of the catalog. So I'll copy that as well, paste in that, insert to backspace, and then what I want to do is I want to fill it in with my API key and the name of the catalog that we've created. There's my API key, and then make sure you have the apostrophes around the name of the catalog that you created. It'll go out and it'll check the account to see that the catalog exists, and once it sees that the catalog exists, it'll add each of the offerings individually to the catalog. The last step you should see would be offering registration complete, which means the offerings have been added properly to the catalog. So we'll come back over to our catalog page, hit refresh. Now once this loads, underneath the private product section, you should see 5 new products. You see the SRE tools, the all-in-one, the VPC cluster, the classic cluster, and the Cloud Native Toolkit itself. So this shows that it's just ready to install each of these as a tile. In the next step, we will be installing the Cloud Native Toolkit itself onto your cluster. Now that we've created our tile inside of our catalog, let's go ahead and apply that tile and install the toolkit into your cluster. So first step is to log back into that Cloud console. So we'll come back over to the Cloud console and select Catalog from that top menu. I've already done that, so just go ahead and click Catalog again. Make sure you have your catalog that we created, the CN Toolkit, selected. And from here you can see all the list of the tiles. We want to go ahead and click on the Cloud Native Toolkit. This will load up the page to installing the toolkit. You'll see a selected target of IBM Cloud, the version of Terraform that we're using. This could be a name that you can use to give to the toolkit itself. The default will just be Cloud Native-Toolkit and the date. And I'm going to leave that for now. Next one will be your resource group. You want to verify your resource group that your cluster is in. In this case, mine is in CN-TK Showcase. So I'm going to switch this. You're welcome to give a tag to the toolkit if you'd prefer to. And then from here, you can either install it without the default value, so you can give it the API key, the resource group name, the region, and the cluster name. Or if you want to make it more customizable and you want to declare a registry, if you want to give it logDNA, sysdig, etc., with some different values, you can also do that as well and make your version of the toolkit more customized. But for this video, we're just going to do it without the default values. So here I'm going to go ahead and give it the Cloud API key that I've created from before. I want to give it the resource group name. I want to give it the value of the region, which in this case is US East. And then I want to give it the cluster name, which for me is CNTK Showcase OCP45. So I want to go ahead and click agree on the license over here, and then go ahead and click install. And so that'll take the time to go ahead and begin the installation of the toolkit on that cluster. And it'll pop us over to another page with all the logging and everything else. So once this begins, you'll go see the logs. The toolkit will be creating a workspace, and so on and so forth. This will take a few minutes, so I'm going to pause here and I'll come back whenever it's finished. Now, after a few minutes, we'll see that the command had successfully finished. You'll see this done with the workspace action. And now we need to just verify that the Cloud Native Toolkit has been installed successfully on our cluster. So now let's move over to our cluster console page, the Red Hat OpenShift console. And in the top right, you'll see these 9 little squares. Go ahead and click on that. And here you can see that the Cloud Native Toolkit has a little title piece, and then all the different links that link out to the different tools that are a part of that Cloud Native Toolkit. From here, go ahead and click on Developer Dashboard. And let's just make sure that this loads properly and that all the tools get loaded in. And now we can tell that we have successfully installed the Cloud Native Toolkit on our cluster. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.